Good morning, everybody. Johnny Brigadier, located in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Today is Sunday, April 19, 2020. Local time is 6:51. I don't know why this is not updating. But anyway, we are scheduled to deliver at 7 a.m., which is right around the corner here. So let's go. Happy Sunday, everybody. Alright, we gotta wait for the yard jockey to confirm our temperature in our seal, so we'll see you guys a little later. Peace. Alright, we have been assigned to door 30. Local time is 7:02, and we're headed for Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, at Kraft after we get empty here, and then we pick up at Kraft and bring it to the yard ASAP. Whenever that is. The very end. Line is not exactly straight. Straight enough. You know, somebody painted this yellow line. I think he came in work drunk. Alright, the guy just came out and gave us a thumbs up. Now, I don't know if he put the airline back on or not. I think he did. Most of the time they'll take the red airline out, but they will not put it back on. Sometimes they won't even touch it. Sometimes they'll wake you up and ask you to take the red airline off, because they said they're not allowed to do it. I'll show you what I mean. In some scenarios, we back in, right? We wait to get unloaded and we're tired, so we go to sleep. About 30 minutes or an hour later, they come out, they'll knock on the door and say, "Hey driver, wake up, you need to take your airline out." Like, why can't you do it? No, we're not allowed. There you are. Hold on. So there you are. You've been driving all night long, and you try to get a little bit of sleep. You're in your bunk, you're in your underwear sleeping, and they'll wake you up just so you could unhook your red airline. Like, really? I know, it's not their job. But seriously. I thought he had it. Sorry, driver. Well, we're gonna have to wait for a phone call from the receiving office telling us to pick up the bills. Sometimes it'll take 10 minutes, sometimes an hour. Sometimes it takes longer to wait for the bills than to actually unload the product, so you'll never know. Peace. Alright everybody, we are empty and we're headed for Kraft, which is 14 miles away. So let's go. Your Grace. Today is what I call a hat cam day. I'm gonna take you guys to a different route. You know, I had a lot of very relaxing time delivering this particular load. Usually these loads delivers, you know, Saturday morning, noon, and it's really hard. It's really hard for me to deliver this from Texas all the way over here on a Saturday morning. It just, and I'm not the only one that feels that way. It's like 1,400 miles, I think it is, 1,200 miles, whatever that was. But this load did not need to be delivered until today, Sunday. So I had plenty of time. You know what? Let's just go through Bethlehem here. I had plenty of time to deliver this load, so I took my time, and I'm really glad that I did, because man, it all this running around for how many weeks now has slowly been catching up to me. It's I've been very I don't know, fatigued, I guess. I gotta get off this truck, go home, see Mama and Tempers and the girls. Yeah, it seems like on Friday, was that Friday I picked up? I don't even remember. Or was that, no, Thursday. Picked up on Thursday, I believe. And for some reason, oh, look at that truck. Nice. For some reason, I could only drive like 300 miles. Not even that, 300 miles at a time, and I had to pull over and get some sleep. I mean, I'm sure I could have pushed it maybe. Maybe that's why I don't know. Maybe that's why I was so tired, because I knew it didn't have to deliver till Sunday. I didn't have the panic mode to drive me harder. Does that make sense? Or maybe I just got really tired. I don't know. But I'm gonna ask the boss to give me some time off. Next weekend, because next weekend is also the same the weekend off for my wife, and so she doesn't like me going home when she's not off. She hates the idea that I'm home and she's out working. Yeah, go home, let somebody else do it for a while. For a couple of days anyway, right? You know what? You know what just occurred to me? I have missed my wife's birthday for the last 3 consecutive years. Yeah, it's time for me to go home. Be home with her birthday. More miles to go. Okay, so why are liquor stores considered essential? And church drive-thrus are not? Something I never understood. Why, I think it's in the state of Michigan, or is it nationwide, that liquor stores are considered essential. Is it because the alcoholics need their fix? I don't know, right? I mean, that would make sense. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, is that it would drive a lot of people nuts if they couldn't get their drink. As weird as that is, I guess. I don't know. What do you think? Do you agree with my analysis? People are being ticketed for going through church drive-thrus, or sit in the parking lot or whatever in their car. But I suppose liquor stores are open. I don't know. That's all I could think of. Not a criticism, just kind of things. I wouldn't criticize an alcoholic. I mean, I'm sure no alcoholic likes to be an alcoholic, right? Just an observation and things that I'm ignorant to, I suppose. So what are your thoughts about this lockdown? I mean, is it really necessary to this extent? And how long can this keep going? As I mentioned earlier, I don't know. I'm not happy this thing happened. But since it did happen, I'm happy that it illuminated certain things that we are just ill prepared for this. And there's no excuse for it. We should have been a lot more prepared than this. We could have done a lot better in preparation, especially with 9/11. You know, I think they already had that plan in the books, but since 9/11 happened so many thousand years ago, that people started to get relaxed and forgot about the imminent danger day by day. And what really makes me glad about this is that now the people of this country realize we gotta start making our stuff. We can't have our stuff made in different countries. I never thought about this, but making our stuff is a national security, I think. I mean, for example, if our product, if product A is made in country X, and that country X got, I don't know, got plagued with disease and they can't work, or they got bombed, or they went to war, or they became our enemy, then what? It is just so vital. Not only that it robs us from our jobs, shipping our jobs to different countries, and we all know the quality is the quality is not all there, not even close. Man, there was a time in history where U.S. products were the sought after products of the world. was you were kings and queens if you were wearing or using product made in the USA. You know, first and foremost, you gotta blame the politicians for allowing to do this. And I suspect that they were all paid by certain countries to have our products and jobs made overseas, right? Politicians were probably lining their pockets and other countries' money. But I think the greater responsibility falls on the people. This is not, you know, this didn't happen overnight. This happened for many years, maybe what, 20, 30 years? We all knew what was coming and what was going on, and we all voted for the same politicians over and over and over again, expecting the different result. Thus, the total meaning of stupidity. How does it go? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the different result. Isn't it that the way it goes? That the country's government issues fall on the greater responsibility on the people? I mean, the government, there's just a few people out there. I always use this analogy that the prime example of that is that look at the drug smuggling in this country. Sure, the smugglers are to be blamed, but you know what? The smugglers do it because there's a demand from the American people. If American people didn't demand it, there'd be no drug war. So who do you blame really? The cartels or the drug users? I always think that the greater responsibility always falls to the people. Period. That's it. You know? Even in the trucking industry, we all know the trucking industry is all screwed up. But then again, it's screwed up because truck drivers are, well, we could shut this country down, we could shut this whole world down without trucks. If truck drivers only got together and fought and united as one. But no, we can't even agree on, you know, how to get to point A to point B. All right, let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you this. If you were on your deathbed, you had 1 hour to live. How do you know you have a 1 hour to live? Well, there's a clock right there that counts down to 0. When it reaches 0, you're dead. Let me rephrase that so it's a lot clearer. You're tied up in a post with a bomb that said 1 hour and it will blow up, right? There's a bomb strapped on your chest to blow up in 1 hour. There's a keypad right there on the bomb. Right on the keypad it says deactivation code. You use that code to deactivate the bomb. But you're not really sure if it works or not. So you don't do it. You just, you know, your disbelief says, no, I don't believe it. It's too simple. Nope, I don't believe it. The bomb explodes, killing the person. So the question then is, what killed that person? The bomb or his disbelief? Think about it. Deactivation code is there. He didn't use it. He could have saved his life by just punching those numbers. So what ultimately killed him? The bomb or his stupidity? For most people, I would like to think it says his stupidity, his unbelief, right? So what is that referring to? People don't go to hell because they're sinners. People go to hell because they reject the gift of the salvation that the Lord Jesus Christ offers them. For some reason they don't want it. They don't believe it. Sure, it was sin that put us in this position, but we needlessly go to hell because there's already a way out. There's a key on our deathbed. All we have to do is use the key, accept that key. Look, folks, sin has been defeated. Sin has been paid for in full. But it only applies for those people that accept it. Kind of like a life vest. You're out in the middle of the ocean. You're drowning. The life vest is there. Unless you grab that life vest, you're gonna die. Yes, it's true. God, sent his son to save the world. But it only applies for those who want it. I don't know if I can make it any more simpler than that. Peace. Door 7. Wow. Oh, good grief. You? Is this you? Yeah. Can you park somewhere else so I can get through?
Send me from there over here.
You're blocking the... I need to get through. puppy. Look at that evil look. Hey driver, you in there? That's a very mellow out puppy. There's our 7 right there. It's kind of nice. Oh well. This is you? What? It's a chain effect. I gotta go over there. Huh? Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Pressure, pressure. Foot brake. Release the pressure. Set your brake. Voila. That's it. Not gonna unhook it. They're not unhooking, so monkey see, monkey do.